Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Friday, June 30th, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with last night's episode of Ring of Honor, which was streamed on Honor Club, featuring matches taped last Saturday at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. In the main event, Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli defeated Chuck Taylor of Best Friends in a non-title Proving Ground match. In another Proving Ground match, ROH World Women's Champion Athena beat Casey Spinelli. In the evening's one title match, ROH six-man tag team champions The Embassy successfully defended against Los Ingobernables de Japón in their fourth defense of those belts. In other selected results, Roppongi Vice defeated House of Torture, El Phantasmo beat Shane Taylor, United Empire went over Action Andretti, Christopher Daniels, and Darius Martin, El Desperado bested Willie Mack, and Diamante pinned Layla Gray. In video game news, Fight Forever, the first AEW video game, was officially released yesterday. Developed by Ukes and published by THQ Nordic, the game is available for PlayStation 4 and 5, as well as Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The game had been in development since November 20th, 2020, when it was first announced at the AEW Games 1.0 special event. The AEW Games division is headed up by Executive Vice President Kenny Omega. In ratings news, last Wednesday's episode of Dynamite drew its second smallest total audience of the year and its lowest rating in the key 18 to 49-year-old demographic in 3 years. The post-Forbidden Door episode drew a total audience of 809,000 viewers to TBS, down more than 10% from last week's audience of 902,000, according to Showbuzz Daily. The rating in the key demographic was .24, representing 316,000 viewers, and down from last week's .33 key demo rating. The episode finished in third place for the evening in the key demo on cable TV, down from the number 2 position last week. In pay-per-view news, preliminary numbers for AEW's Forbidden Door show last weekend place it on par to do between 150 and 155,000 buys, according to a report on Wrestling Observer Radio. That would make it AEW's highest buy rate since last year's Double or Nothing pay-per-view and place it about 12% higher than AEW's last 2 pay-per-views, the 2023 edition of Double or Nothing, as well as Revolution. The total number of buys includes about 5,000 to 10,000 from Japan, where the show was offered on the NJPW World platform. In health-related news, Max Caster is the latest AEW performer to be pulled from action due to illness. The Acclaim member was scheduled for an appearance during the Rampage portion of last Wednesday's Dynamite TV taping, but was kept off due to an unspecified ailment, according to PW Insider. It was previously revealed that Britt Baker was kept off that same TV taping due to illness, and Baker's boyfriend, Adam Cole, missed his match with Tom Lawler last weekend at Forbidden Door thanks to illness as well. Cole returned to action on Wednesday's taping. Also last night, Impact Wrestling aired on Access TV, featuring matches taped last Friday at Center Stage in Atlanta. The show featured Nick Aldis having words with Impact World Champion Alex Shelley. During a promo segment, Aldis explained his recent attack on Shelley and vowed to take the title from him at Slammiversary. A brawl broke out between the two, ending with Lio Rush helping Aldis to fight off both Shelley and X-Division champion Chris Sabin, who had come out in an attempt to make the save. Sabin commented on the brawl during a social media exclusive promo after the show.
All right, Lio Rush, you want to be the opportunist? You want to jump me from behind and take advantage of the situation? But not only that, you want to jump to the front of the line in front of every single wrestler in the X Division that deserves a shot at this championship. Well, you know what? I'm not one to do this, but I'm going to give you what you want. Chris Sabin, Lio Rush, at Slammiversary for the X Division championship. Lio, get ready to get your ass beat by the greatest X Division champion of all time.
Earlier in the show, Sabin defended his title against former champ Trey Miguel in a match that ended in Miguel being disqualified due to outside interference from Zachary Wentz. In other results, Trinity defeated Jai Vidal, Masha Slamovich pinned Kylan King, and Lio Rush beat Jack Price in his Impact debut.
Feeling confident, he knows what's next. He knows Atlanta's about to know what next.
It's time for the final hour! The splash! The splash by Rush takes his time and puts away Price.
here is your winner, Lio Rush.
Lio Rush wins his Impact on Access TV debut.
And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.